What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to do something special. I'm going to be doing a projected offensive lines for possibly next year with Alexis Lafreniere. Now, obviously, we have some guys here that need new contracts like Ryan Strome, Jesper Fast here. Sorry, I'm just trying to get everybody. And also Brandon Lemieux, who's right here. But I think Lemieux will get signed. I think Strome maybe get signed, and Foss, I'm not so sure. And I also have Vitaly Kravtsov in here too, because I think he's someone who's going to play, possibly make the team. So first, let's construct the lines as they were for most of the end of the season. Just the extra forward, so we'll put him right there. So there's the lineup for basically second half of the year going into playoffs. Now, of course, we have Alexis Lafreniere, who's definitely going to make the team, no doubt about it. And we have Vitaly Kravtsov, who also has a high chance of making the team. What I see from the Rangers, it's going to be definitely interesting. I think they'll have a very skillful team. Now, if they keep, obviously we're doing this based off of if they keep Strome. Strome's, of course, is an important piece. Strome, Lemieux, who I think they'll definitely definitely going to keep Lemieux, no doubt about it. And then also, that's really it. And then also Fast. But I just have a strong feeling that Fast might get let go. But will Lafreniere get the treatment like Kakko? I mean, Kakko started in the second line, but then most of the year he played on the third line. But say Lafreniere might even just pop off in the preseason. So I really think DiGiuseppe is going to be an extra forward, and at least Lafreniere will be put on the third line with Hedl and Kakko. And that's a sick line right there. Now, I think this is going to be the fourth line right here. Lemieux, Howden, Gauthier, no doubt about it. McKegg, I think will also. I think both of them will get re-signed, and they'll both get what's it called? They'll be the extra forwards, or even Hartford. So I think this is the fourth line right here. Gauthier, Howden, Lemieux, 100%. Awesome fourth line, a lot of size with Howden, Lemieux, and then Howden and Gauthier. Speed with Gauthier. And then Lemieux with an all-around physical, gritty player. Now, like I said, if Lafreniere plays well in the preseason, we could even see him jump up to possibly the first line playing alongside of Zibanejad and Buch. Because, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Lafreniere could play the right, because maybe we could see him instead of Buch and Kreider here. It's definitely going to be interesting. But I think to start out, this is what it could possibly be. Now, obviously, Kravtsov, I think, could play another year in the AHL, but say he has a good camp. This is where I think Jesper Fast becomes expendable. Because Kravtsov's a right wing, so if you say you could save like $1 million, you could save like the $2 million you would give Jesper Fast and play Vitaly Kravtsov. And Kravtsov playing alongside of Panarin his first year, definitely going to give him his confidence, or even give Kravtsov the Kakko treatment and give Kakko the luxury of playing on the second line with Strome and Panarin, and Kravtsov would be playing on that sixth, third line of Hedl and Lafreniere. Now, because the reason Kravtsov really didn't make the team this year is because they didn't want him to play on the fourth line. Now, could we possibly see maybe Buchnevich slide down and Kravtsov maybe move up? It's going to be interesting. Because I don't know, I don't think really anybody knows if maybe Lafreniere could play the right side. I'm sure he could. I'm sure he probably prefers the left, but I just have a strong feeling this is what the team could look like. I think Jesper Fast, I think they'll bring back Jesper Fast just in case they think Kravtsov needs another year in the AHL. Then maybe you just go, then you put Fast back with, then you take Kravtsov out, you put Fast back with Panarin and Strome, Kakko back down. Because this is an insane line right here. Kakko, Lafreniere, that's insane. Like I said, the fourth line is going to be this, no doubt about it. They're definitely going to re-sign Lemieux, and Hedl obviously took a decent next step. He definitely grew this year. I still think KZB will be the thing. KZB will be the top line, but it's going to be insane if Kreider was on the third line. But like I said, in the long run, Lafreniere is not going to be on the third line in the long run. We're definitely going to see possibly maybe even Kreider move over to the right and Lafreniere jump up to the first line. or even second line, and Panarin moves up to the first. That's what it's going to be. Lafreniere is not going to be on the third line. This is just possibly how David Quinn coaches his team. Like I said before, I think he played Kakko mostly with guys like Hedl, DiGiuseppe, in the beginning of the year, Kreider and Strome, because he wants Kakko to develop as the guy who could run a line. Obviously we saw him play with Panarin in the playoffs because Foss was injured and Kakko was the next man up. But really looking at this team, this is like right here. Obviously, if Kravtsov takes Foss's spot or something like that, if Kravtsov's still in the AHL, like they might even give Jesper Foss like a 1-year deal. But this is an insane team. Because I was expecting, if we weren't going to get Lafreniere, I was totally expecting maybe Kravtsov here. But yeah, DiGiuseppe and McKegg, who I just threw out, are definitely going to be extra forwards. But yeah, it's going to be definitely interesting with Lafreniere. But it depends with Kravtsov, because they don't want him playing on the fourth line. But if Lafreniere kills in the preseason, because I'm pretty sure they'll have preseason, I don't know where I see him, because I don't know if he could play the right side. I think Panarin's pretty good on left. I don't think he's going to move. Kreider, I think, could probably play right side, but maybe Kreider goes here. Maybe Kreider goes here and Lafreniere goes up with Buchnevich. Or Kreider goes on the right, Buchnevich goes down. There's a bunch of possibilities what the lines could be. I'm just kind of trying to put my own spin on it, just to kind of give you guys more Lafreniere content, because I'm still shocked. And you know what? I don't really feel that bad anymore. I kind of do a little bit. There's a lot of people in the comment section saying don't feel bad, but definitely going to be an interesting team. But for my final, I can't really give a final thoughts, because it really depends on what they do with Jesper Foss, they do with Kravtsov if he makes the team. But this fourth line, I think, is the fourth line, no doubt about it. I think this center core will be the same exact center core if they bring back Ryan Strome. But yeah, even if you go Kakko, and then if you put, like I said, Kravtsov here, and then do you maybe sign Jesper Foss and you make him and Gauthier, you scratch Gauthier here and there, or you keep, because I don't think they want Gauthier as the extra forward. I think they want Gauthier playing. And in my eyes, I think Gauthier could be possibly a good support top six wing. Like if he was playing with Panarin, which he has, he got moved up, I think, in that game against Montreal. I think he's capable of doing that. I don't think he's going to be a guy who could run a line, but he's definitely he's got tremendous potential. I'm really a big fan of Julien Gauthier, but having him and Lemieux on the fourth line, that's pretty sick, I'm not going to lie, even though it'd be nice to see him get a little more playing time. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting, but there's two scenarios. Like if Kravtsov makes the team, even if they don't even bring back Jesper Foss, they might even say, okay, Vitaly Kravtsov will be on the Rangers this year. So if they don't bring back Jesper Foss, let's just move Foss out of here. If I could get to him, this thing's a little funky when I'm doing this. So if they don't bring back Jesper Foss, I fully expect maybe this to be the team. I think maybe either Lafreniere, however you want to say it. Lafreniere either maybe starts on the third line, even though I could see him having an insane preseason. Maybe him and Kreider switch, and Kreider will play on the third with Hedl and Kravtsov, and that's a very deep, skilled team. And in the next 10 years, I think we're going to be very dangerous, especially that we had Kakko and then Panarin. We had Kakko in the draft and Panarin free agency. And we had Kreider, we had Buchnevich, we had Kravtsov the draft before, and now we're just getting I still can't believe we had the number one pick, and now we're getting this franchise-changing player, even though we already got two. Seems like we at least got one franchise-changing player in Panarin, and possibly two with Kakko. Kakko, of course, taking a little bit longer to develop, but it's going to be good for Lemieux, Lafreniere, because obviously, I said he doesn't have to be the guy right away. Just like Kakko was, because you had Panarin there, and Panarin really solidified himself as the guy in New York. But as what people were saying, like Mike Rupp, I think he even said, I think Lafreniere, he's going to be the guy. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what the lineup is. I think this is what it's going to be if Jesper Fast isn't brought back in free agency. But if he is, I think maybe if Kravtsov doesn't have an impressive camp, because they did do it with Hedel. Hedel did spend, well, obviously Kravtsov didn't make the NHL this year, but if Kravtsov doesn't have an impressive camp, that's the thing. That's why I think they'll bring back Fast. Then maybe they'll put Kravtsov back in Hartford, move Fast back up with this line, and maybe put Kakko in the third with Hedel and Lafreniere. Or even maybe put Fast here to give this line a little more two-way, and this line can be a lot more offensive. But that's my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think in the long run, I think this is going to be the team in the long run right here. Obviously, we don't know about Strome. It's really just Strome. I think they're going to have to, and Jeff Gordon said he's going to be, looking around for possibly, so he can maybe make some trades to maybe get maybe a better, cheaper second-line center, or I don't know. Because Ryan Strome did have a good year this year, good year last year, but I think this is going to be the team. Obviously, Lafreniere is not going to be on the third line the whole year, or definitely not the whole year, but he'll definitely be on the top line. But maybe in the down the road, it'll be Lafreniere on the top line instead of Kreider. But also, I've seen something about maybe Buchnevich getting move on from Buchnevich, but it doesn't really make sense because these are basically they're going to be their right wings, I think, for the next so and so years. If you move on from Buchnevich, then you're gonna have Kravtsov, Kakko, and then maybe you would want to keep Jesper Fast, but I think you might as well keep Buchnevich. But if Buchnevich has another 50-point season this year, I think he could be making around like $5 to $4.5 million next year, which is not too much. But we'll have to see. Because Lafreniere, I think, is definitely going to be getting big bucks, and I'm very excited though. But I'm still in a disbelief. Still, I don't really feel that bad anymore. But I hope you guys enjoyed my take on what the Rangers lineup could be. This is what I just think it's going to be in the long run. Obviously, with Jesper Fast, I think he might be the odd man out, which kind of sucks because he's been my favorite player for a while. But I think Brendan Lemieux has taken over the reign. Lemieux, Hedel, and then Panarin, and now Lafreniere. I'm getting Alexis Lafreniere Range jersey, 100%, and I can't wait to get one of my jerseys crested. So hope you guys enjoyed, and next video. Or next talk, I don't know, maybe we could do upcoming contracts possibly for the players. I got to see what the Rangers salary cap could be and possibly buyouts and stuff like that. But if you guys want to see maybe like what I think the defensive lineups will be next year and the goaltending, I can do that too. I just wanted to do this video just to focus on how Lafreniere, the projected lines with Lafreniere, and how and who he could be playing with down the road, because I think he'll definitely be on he'll definitely be that top left wing with maybe Zibanejad and Kakko or even Panarin. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. And plus, if he could play the right side, that also opens up some opportunities. But hope you guys enjoyed.